Hello, 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 year 3. Miss Martin here. I'm here to help you make some x-ray hands today. Hey, should be fun. Right, so first of all, we need our hands. We also need our stencils that we made yesterday of our hands. Okay, so we've got the two different ones here. We've also got our new friend, charcoal, and our old friend, chalk, to help us with this. And we will need a picture of some x-rays of the hand because we're looking at the bones today. Right, let's begin, I think, with the black one with the chalk. So you get your picture near, and the idea is just to have a really good look at first. I'm going to start with these bones here at the bottom of the hand. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. And I'm just going to start drawing those in. Very loose shapes. And don't panic too much about it. Just go backwards and forwards. Keep looking and keep checking. And the important thing is to leave those little gaps. Can you see those black lines in between? Leave those little gaps and it should all be fine. There we go. So I'm going to speed it up a bit for you. You don't need to see me drawing in real time. So after I've done those, I'm going to look at this bone here in the thumb. And I'm just going to lightly sketch it in. This is the joint, okay, literally where one bone joins the other, and there's another join there. So it's just looking and matching up. Where are those joins? Okay. And we'll do the next little bone there in the thumb. And it doesn't go right to the top because there's another join there. And there is our last little bone there. So then we're ready to move on and we can look at our next bones. Now look, you can see there's a line there of joins, top and the bottom. So let's just sketch in those bottom joins and those top joins. There we go. And we can match those up. And then we've got our next little joint there in our finger. And that can go on there. Okay, 3 little bits in the finger. So I'm going to just map on where these other joins come because they sort of curve round. And this is quite useful just to sort of put marks in for yourself where things come. There's the bottom bit. And that one sort of overlaps that one a bit. There we go. And now we can just put in the bones running between the joins. This will just go in and narrow around those joins. And so that can be a really good tip, just to mark things in roughly where they are. And then you go back and add the detail and add the rest of the shape. So now we're ready to get the rest of our finger bones in. And again, look how I'm marking where that join is. And then I can just block it in. And that's really helpful. It's a good way of being able to look backwards and forwards and checking things are in the right place. Same again, mark in those joins at the top. And I'm going to start with the little tiny bones at the top there. See how wee they are? And did you see I was pressing over my chalk and smudging it a bit, so you can just move your piece of paper around. And then the last bits, there we go. So now we need to do our wrist bones, which join on to the little tiny bones in the palm there. And so we've got a wide bone there. That's the joint at the top, your wrist itself. And we can put that sort of shape in, a bit like a bulbous tube, isn't it? And then we've got the thinner bone there. Now, I wonder if anyone can remember any of the names of these bones, or anyone wants to look it up. That would be cool. So there we have it. We have our drawing of our bones, but we're not finished. We're going to put some highlights in. We're going to put where it's lightest with the chalk. Now, if you have a look at your picture, here we go, you'll see that some bits of the bone are darker than others. This is because they are what's called denser. They are thicker bits of bone, stronger bits of bone. So what we're doing is we're putting some highlights in with the chalk on the lightest bits. And can you see how I'm smudging it with my finger? That's the way of sort of getting in the grey bits. So the chalk itself in a nice thick line is the highlight, the lightest bit, and then I'm using my finger just to smudge in the greyer colour bone. And this is one of the lovely things about using chalk, that you can smudge it. And so you're not worrying about putting the grey in, because with the smudge chalk, that's enough. And then we're having the really nice strong white chalk where we're putting the lines as the highlights, the lightest bits. There we go, and we're just adding the same there onto our little smaller hand bones. And then we can add that also to the bones in our wrist as well. Let's add that. So can you see the idea? We're highlighting the brightest bits, the lightest parts, and then smudging for the greyer parts. And there we have, lovely, our first X-ray hand. Now we're going to do the second one. I'm going to go straight in with this, with it going speeded up for you. Can you see how I'm marking everything again? I'm thinking about, right, we've got all those joints there joining up. I'm marking those in and I'm filling in the bones in between. I think that's the best way. Now, you don't leave gaps between the drawing this time because, of course, you've got black. The charcoal is black. And we are highlighting again when we've done the shapes, the brightest bits. There we go, getting some of that chalk on. So it's a nice combination, that one, of the chalk and the charcoal. Okay, on the grey one. And then on the darker one, we don't use the charcoal, we just use the chalk. Fantastic, everyone. Good luck with that. And I really look forward to seeing the results. Bye.